Yo, what is up? What's poppin'? You know it ain't no stopping. It is your boy, the International Sensei, and welcome to the Entity Dojo podcast, your source for every damn thing. Y'all know the vibes, you know the vibes, and the vibes know you, and I'm about to show you that the slogan has not changed. Keep it right, keep it tight, and above all, please talk to me nice, man. And this is the time where people all start to laugh, but we need to talk about having some alternate paths, man. Now, I feel like in life, especially in today's day, I feel like everyone is on this like linear path, and I think society has kind of been shaped like that. What happens is people are like, okay, well, I have to go here, go there, go here, go there, boom. Like it's just like this continuous streamline thing that always happens. And if you so happen to diverge or get knocked off course, then the entire freaking ship sinks and like you just lose your mind and everything is wrong. But I feel like having an alternate path at times can be more beneficial than having like a somewhat set in stone path, for the simple fact that you're not pigeonholed into being something that you're not necessarily. You're not stuck in a cycle of, okay, well, I have to only do this. I have to only do that. I can only be a freaking sandwich maker until I'm 92 type of thing. Like, you have to find your own path. You can't always stick with one thing. Now, granted, there are some times where that's warranted. For example, if you have like a family restaurant, it's been in your family for 50 years, you want to keep that. That is a beautiful thing. So I'm not knocking that. What I am saying is that is not for everybody. Like, if you are a person that your family owns a restaurant, but you decide that you want to go into law and you have a skill for law, that's something that you need to go do. Or if you're a person that all your parents are freaking doctors, but you want to be a boxer, it's not beneath you to go an alternate route. That's what I think people fail to realize. Like, it's not beneath you to switch your path up. Now, granted, it might get you some flack, but you can't always try to appease everyone. It's literally impossible. Because this is what's going to happen. You're going to do this, and oh, well, why didn't you do it that way? Well, okay, well, you got your degree, but you should have went to this school. Or now you're a doctor, but you need to be working at this hospital. Just fuck that. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, and I'm like, excuse my French, but fuck that. Like, cause it's gonna get to the point where you're like, okay, well, I literally, no matter what I do, I can't appease anybody. So the first thing you need to do is make yourself happy. Like, is what you're doing making you happy? Like, is what you're doing fulfilling you? Like, is it something that you feel like you could do every single day if it was for free? Like, let's say, let's just take every ounce of money out of the world. There is no money. Currency is no longer a thing. We are on a barter system. So you cannot use paper money. You can't use PayPal, Bitcoin. None of that exists. If I want to eat and you're a farmer, I show you some martial arts technique, or I trade you a weapon and show you how to use it, so you give me unlimited corn for the year or whatever it is. Like I have my path of surviving and I have my skill set. Do you have a path like that's uniquely yours, or are you just following the status quo, or are you just following what people are pushing you to do? And I know the analogy was a little weird, but I'm going to rock with it. Okay, the freestyling off the top that just came to my mind. So we're going to keep it nice and keep it kind. But people often like really get upset. Like, I've seen people that, and I mean, obviously I would be a little upset too. Like, if my kid went to medical school and then they were freaking owning a food truck or some shit. Like, I get it. I get the frustration that like a parent could have if that were to happen. But at the same time, you had like that's a fault of a lot of people. Where like, okay, let's force him into being a doctor, something that he's no good at, he's never wanted to do. But we got to be like, you know what, our son's a doctor. We got to have the clout of everyone knowing that our son's a doctor, even if he's freaking miserable. And there's some doctors out here that's for real killing people because they suck at their fucking job. Thankfully, that there are people like that they work with that are good enough to save them. But I have heard some damn stories where my father literally had to save someone's life because the doctor was too incompetent to realize they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So I just say that is just food for thought. So like, if you're not good at something, your ass don't need to be doing it just because it's clout involved. Like, just because you have the clout of being a lawyer or whatever, you're freaking getting your clients put in jail, or you're doing like misdiagnosing cases as a doctor or whatever, or if you're a freaking personal trainer, and people are dropping the freaking bench press bar on their neck and people are breaking their arms, your ass don't need to be no damn personal trainer. If you're not good at it, to me, again, we're talking about the gifts, because I've mentioned this before. If you're not gifted at it, your ass don't need to be doing it. Just because it has clout in it, or because it has money in it, the money's gonna come, and you're gonna be one miserable son of a bitch if you don't go for something that you actually are quality at. You're gonna be miserable. And there's tons of people that are miserable. You could have all the money, all the cars, all the jewelry, and hate yourself and hate your life. And that is some wild stuff when you really think about it. You could have millions of dollars and you cannot stand what you see in the mirror because you don't enjoy what you're doing. That sounds really crazy, right? You could have all these cars, all these jewels and stuff, and not like what you do. That's crazy. Like, here's my thing. I feel like there just needs to be a balance. Like, you need to find that one thing that you're very good at, and obviously find a way to make a ton of money doing it. And there are people that are doing it. There are fitness professionals, there are martial artists, there are coaches, there are restaurant owners and things like that. What happens often is, like, there are just so many people that feel that I need to impress everyone. I need to be like, oh my God, he's a doctor, he's so smart. Oh my God, she's a lawyer, she's so smart. If that is not something that you truly have a gift for, truly have a passion for, just because you see the dollar signs doesn't make it worth it. All money isn't good money. All money is not good money. Just because you get the money because you freaking scraped by in school and now you're scraping by in your career, or you freaking nepotism your way through to a freaking job in the medical field, you're probably going to end up killing someone. That's just real talk. Like, because you freaking suck at what you do, you're probably going to end up hurting someone, or freaking in court case, you're probably not going to get the case correctly. You're not going to represent your client correctly. They might go to jail or whatever because you aren't good at what you do. Like, it's just like a comedian. You need to be good at what you do. And I think that's one of the most humble professions in the world, because you have to be good at what you do. You have to always be on. And if you bomb, that's it. I mean, that was just the L for the night. I mean, obviously you still get paid, but that's basically an L for the night. You're getting booed off stage, people throwing bottles at you, all this other crazy stuff. But that's what you signed up for. And if you're good at it, you'll figure out how to rebound from that. But if you're terrible at it and you're up there every day and doing all this other stupid stuff, it might not be for you, and that's okay. Not everything is for everybody. If everything was for everybody, we would all be doing the same damn job. That's why we have police officers. That's why we have doctors. That's why we have lawyers. That's why we have freaking personal trainers. That's why we have restaurateurs. That's why we have pilots and limo drivers and cab drivers and subway operators and street cleaners and trash men, because everybody has something different that they can offer to the world and contribute to society. But I just don't get this like concept of, okay, we have to stay on this exact path. If you stray away from it, or if you go another direction, there's nothing wrong with that. There's truly nothing wrong with that, because you never know what great could come out of that. So stay on your path and be positive. Now, don't go and freaking start slinging drugs on the streets. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, if you find something else that's worthwhile, why not take a chance on it? Why, if you see something else in the distance that's like, you know what, I think I could be amazing at that, why not? Why not give it a shot? Or if you're already amazing at that, and if you know how to tap dance better than anyone else, why not just find a dance studio, start teaching tap dance classes? It don't got to be, you don't literally have to like give up what you're doing. That's the thing people's misconception is. you don't have to throw away your entire life. Like, so you don't have to be like, okay, you know, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna freaking work at this dance studio and that's it. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. Don't do that. Plan it out. Be more strategic. So if you know you're going to be a dance instructor and you love dance, find a studio where you can teach at, let's say, 3 nights a week. So after you go to work, you go over there, you teach 3 nights a week until you build your client base up. Then build that client base up to the point where you don't have to work at your regular job. That's all you can do is teach dance because your client base is so high. Do that. Do that. It's not an instant process. Nothing in the world is instant. You went to fucking college for 19 years to become a doctor. And obviously I'm using hyperbole, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you went to college for God knows how long for your degree. So you can take 3 years, 4 years to build your business up and build your clientele in order to get away from that regular 9-to-5 life if that's what you truly want. But stop acting like that everything is just this linear path, is straight line, straight line, straight line. I can't diverge. I can't try new things. I can't pursue a different career path or anything like that. You definitely can. And you definitely should. Because if the career path that you chose was truly not for you, then why be miserable for the next 40, 50 years of your life? That's just how I see it. But I have a different outlook on the world than some. So that is just me. But, of course, this is the place to be, as you can see. And you are on the mic with Sensei, so you can rock with me. This is the Entity Dojo podcast. I am the International Sensei, man. Thank you so much for listening. I am on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and all that good stuff. International_Sensei is the Instagram. Sensei_Global21 is the Twitter. The Entity Dojo podcast is the place to be, as you can see. And thank you once again for rocking with me. And, of course, the store with much, much more to be purchased. And, of course, to help me grow and support my podcast will be available very, very soon, because your boy was born in June. And, of course, I'm just rhyming all day, all day, all day. But, again, thank you so much. And we must now exit the dojo. Us.